What's up, everybody? Welcome to my March 2018 income report for my eBay dropshipping store. I am super excited to bring you this income report because this is actually the most money I've ever made on eBay ever before in a single month. Make sure that you guys also stick around to the end because I'm going to show you how I did this and how you can do it as well. And of course, I'm also going to bring you inside my eBay account so you can have proof that I actually earned this much money, had this much in sales. So let's get right into it. Okay, so this month I had in sales on eBay $170,576.74. That's in sales. I also received a lot of cash back this month. $1,000 from Simply Best coupon, $3,600 from Giving Assistant, and one of my credit cards I received over $2,000 in cash back. Now the way cash back works is that I earn cash back on one day, and then it doesn't get paid out for a couple of months. That's just the way it works. So in this situation, this cash back that I received, at least from Simply Best coupon and Giving Assistant, was from cash back that I earned in December. The credit card is, however, like instantaneous. So that's cash back I actually earned this past month and was paid out the same month. Just so you guys are aware of where this money's coming from. The eBay fees were a little over $17,000. This includes not only the eBay fees that I paid, but also how much was returned to me for returns or cancellations. So it's all factored into that. Same thing with the PayPal fees. PayPal fees, after all fees that PayPal returned to me for returns and stuff, was $7,469. The cost of goods sold, this is obviously my largest expense. It was $117,000. This is when I go to the source like Home Depot or Walmart and buy the item from them to ship them to the customer. I spent $117,000 on those websites to fulfill the orders. The other expenses I had were I paid sales tax last month. It was the end of a quarter, so that was $2,800. Bookkeeping software was $18. I use Reply Manager, which I use with my virtual assistants. It's a way to communicate with your buyers outside of eBay. It integrates with eBay, so it sends the messages as if I'm on eBay, but they log into my VAs log into a separate website called Reply Manager. I really like it better than them actually logging in to eBay because I can see who answered what questions. It's just easier to keep track of the orders in there. It's a lot more organized, which is the reason I use it. I also used Fees Delister again, which is a site that is supposed to help you eliminate listings that are underperforming. I tested it in the past. I thought it was pretty good, but I wanted to try it again and be like a little more analytical with it. I tried it. I don't like it. I do not recommend it because I found it to be very inaccurate. It said some items weren't selling when in fact they were. And if I had just deleted them based on what Fees Delister was telling me, I would have been deleting items that were selling well in my store. So that's why I don't suggest that you use this software. I also paid $3,000 to my virtual assistants. I have a team of 9 virtual assistants right now. Many of them work full-time, not all of them. And they're really the ones that run the store. They do about 95% of the work for me. I just log in once a day. I do the really hard customer service questions that they can't answer. And I also just do like the bookkeeping because I don't want them to see the bookkeeping. I pay off the credit cards, things like that. So I spend about 20 to 30 minutes a day doing all of that. The virtual assistants do the rest. They list, they fulfill the orders, they do the customer service. And this month was the first month, my first full month in a long time since I've had a virtual assistant whose only job was listing. And I'll talk more about that in a minute. DSM Tool is the software that I use to list my items and also reprices them. It only cost me $122, and that's because it was supposed to cost a lot more, or a little bit more, but it was offset by affiliate income that I received. So I recommend this software to people because this is the one that I use and I really like it. And I receive a really small commission for that, and that kind of offset the cost of it. So that's why it's low. And then I use TrackerBot. TrackerBot is what I use to automatically upload tracking numbers to eBay. It pulls them from Gmail and loads them up to eBay. So if any of you guys are interested in any of these softwares I talk about, I do have affiliate links to them. Like I said, I do receive a small commission if you click and buy through that link, but all those links are in the description of this video if you're at all interested. Then I had to return money to buyers, either because orders were canceled or because I returned items, or they returned items rather. So that was $9,900. That's feels like a bit high, but in the grand scheme of how much I earned during the month, it's not too much. It's something I'm going to start keeping better track of moving forward. I'm going to try to put it into every income report so you guys can see exactly how much money has been refunded, either because of returns or canceled orders. So that brings a total profit to just over $19,000, which is incredible. This has been my most profitable month to date. In January of this year, I had just under $19,000 in profit, and that blew me away. And I didn't think I would get back up there. I thought it would stay around 15. Last month was 12, which I was happy with. But yeah, this month was $19,000, and I'm super excited about that. And I want to show you how this happened and kind of explain that. So this month I redeemed a lot of cash back. I think it was about $6,000 in cash back. So that is a lot. That's not going to be normal. So December was a huge month for me in terms of sales. So as I was fulfilling the orders, I was getting a lot of cash back from the websites. But that took a few months to pay out. It all paid out in March, which is why I had so much money in cash back. That's not going to happen every month. I'm just aware of that. Also, sales were going back up. There was kind of a dip in March, but they kind of risen back up. And the third thing that I really did to help get my profit up so high was that I finally had a virtual assistant listing full time. Last year, I had hired a virtual assistant to list. I wasn't happy with his work, so I had fired him and just thought to myself, you know, I'm not going to trust a virtual assistant to do listing anymore. I'm going to do it all on my own. So that's what I continue to do. Finally, in February, I said, I have to try it again. So I did hire a virtual assistant. She's really smart. She's really good. She was working for me a little bit in February. In March, she went full-time doing this, and it really shows. It really made a big difference. So this is kind of a classic example of the business owner myself believing that, you know, I can't outsource my work because the virtual assistants aren't going to do as well of a job as I am. And in fact, that's just not true. These virtual assistants I hire are really smart. Many of them have college degrees. And this is just the job that they have, and they're more than happy to do it. And I'm more than happy to pay them to do it if it makes me more money. So let's take a look at two of my eBay stores. I have 3 currently, actually 4 currently, but really only use 3 of them. Here's one that from March 1st to March 31st, I did $135,000 in sales. You see I had some really great days. And that's one of my accounts. My second account here did $26,000 in sales. This one was down a bit. This one I don't do too much with. It's really more for experimenting. So this one had a little bit of a drop, but still pretty solid for not really doing much work on it. And finally, here we are inside my PayPal account. You'll see I have a time period of January 2017 to today, which is April 12th. And you see here I've done just over $1 million in sales since then. This is when I started, January of 2017. So this is pretty incredible for me. I never thought that I would ever hit numbers like this. So some other big milestones I hit this month. I now have over 400 students enrolled in dropshippingtitans.com. This is my course where I show people how to go from A to Z, how to set up, scale, and run your very own eBay dropshipping store. It's where I put all the information that I learned as I built this now 7-figure eBay dropshipping business. That's one of the things I forgot to include under the milestones because I'm not really sure when it happened. I didn't really pay attention to it, but yeah, I've done over $1 million in sales now on eBay. That's really exciting when I discovered that. So I show everything in that course, and I'm really excited that I now have over 400 students in that course that I'm teaching these methods too. I also hit 4,500 subscribers on YouTube. I have an email list with 1,500 subscribers now. I'm working on my second course, the virtual assistant course. It is almost done, and it will be available really soon. And if I This didn't really happen last month. This actually happened very recently, but I have this new awesome camera setup. I finally am able to use my DSLR as a webcam. So my video quality of my videos should be much better for you guys, which I'm really excited for. And finally, I set up a new website. It's just my name, Paul J. Lipsky, that's spelled lipsky.com. So check it out if you want. I do have some free stuff on that website. So a really exciting month for me in terms of profit. It actually took me almost 2 weeks to make this income report because I had to redo it 4 times because I just didn't believe that I had made this much money. These income reports actually take a lot of time. They take me about a half a day to put together. It's just a lot to sort through. And I redid it 3 times. I did a total of 4 times just because I couldn't believe that I had made $19,000 in profit. Going forward, I'm trying to be realistic about things. I know that I was paid out a lot of cash back from December in March, which is why my profit was so high. But even without that, my profit would have been on like a normal month, just about $3,000 or $4,000 less than that, which is still really crushing it. So I'm super excited by that. I'm hoping again to beat 15K next month, or rather this month in April. So if you guys want to make sure that you don't miss that income report, make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found this inspirational at all, if you learned something. And thanks so much for watching it, guys. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, make sure to leave them in the comments of this video, and I'll see you in the next video.